Tarot. I hope that you guys are all doing good on this Wednesday evening, early evening. Hope that you've been having a great work week so far, all that good stuff. Yeah, so I haven't checked in since I think last Thursday, I believe. So yeah, I was like, dang, I really feel like I should go live. And I didn't know what I wanted to read on, but I got guided to read from the Kipper deck, which I haven't used in a while, which this deck is kind of like almost like telling a story of events as opposed to like, a typical like tarot reading type of thing. But we're gonna just kind of see what comes up and go from there. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you like what you see here and decide to stick around and watch the reading. Check out other videos as well. And for those of you who have been rocking with your girl for a minute now and continue to come back, thank you for the continued support and welcome back. Yes, so without further ado, like I said, this is a collective message, just kind of checking in with you guys to see what's going on with the collective. And it's going to be a Kipper reading. I also have my tea leaf cards over here. Um, so, ooh, I like that new name. Yes, I like it. Okay, I like that. I like that new name. Okay, some of my road dogs are here. We got formerly known as Castor River is now Phoenix Priestess. I love the new name. That's my girl, and my other girl Aya is here too from Aya's Inspired Tarot. So I love to see familiar names and faces popping up on here. Always glad to see y'all. Thank you for the continued support. I love you guys very, very much. It was 202 and two people in here when I said that. So just, All right, so let's get started. I'm going to do a couple of shuffles. Spirit, may let positive energy into this reading. Show the collective what they need to see at this time for their highest good. There is the most accurate messages, please and thank you. Let's see what pops up. And definitely hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new and watch later. So on and so forth. Ooh, okay. What's all got going on? Wealthy man. So somebody might have a man with some money. Or a wealthy man might be an important figure at this time in your life. Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. So I'm going to pull a few from here to kind of get like the overall like storyline, if you will, of what's going on with y'all. Or energy that might be here to come towards you. And then we'll tap into the tarot. Whoa, look at this. All right, so we have wealthy man, and now we have great fortune. This is officially on the spread. So that, my friends, is a nice start to a reading, okay? Shit. Changing directions in some type of way. Some of you might be physically moving. Some of y'all might have gotten a car or are about to get a new car. It could just represent like physical, like change, like, like again, changing, I'm getting changing careers. I'm getting, changing, economic status. Like I'm getting stuff like that. Like let's say if you've been struggling financially, it seems like there might be some changes coming, which I like that. Something might have happened in a courthouse setting. We do have courthouse here. So I don't know if some of you guys are about to maybe get some type of inheritance or win a settlement, something like that. It's going to be different for everybody, guys. So just remember, it is a collective message. We have courtship in the middle of the deck. So it could have something to even do with about to say possibly a marriage, a marriage. And I know my girl, she's tapped in right now. Congrats to my girl, Phoenix Priestess, on her recent marriage. Okay, so the card that came out is, making sure I don't drop all my cards. We have concern, but it's in the reverse. So if there was something that you were concerned about, it seems like there's been some changes happening when it comes to the concerns that you might have had about something, which is good. Like kind of, I heard rest assured, like something is getting better. We have community on the bottom of the deck here. So it could be something like to do with people really close to you, a family dynamic for some, or close friends. Um, hmm, so far so good. Let's hope that we keep that good momentum going, because I definitely like to see this type of energy. Let's see what else. Got two cards. All right, so we have community here again, along with. Okay, so I'm getting now. There's like a split energy, of course. It always This is how it always goes down. So somebody who might have been somebody who was really close to you at one point in time, but they're like, I'm getting like they're from the past, possibly. A main male in the reverse. So I'm getting that like somebody who you might have been close to, a, possibly a male. Um, you've distanced yourself from that person, whoever this person was. We have distant horizons here. Um, and this person might be really going through it. Like they might literally be like in prison or just going through like really deep hardships. Like I'm getting like Five of Pentacles vibes, like going through a lot of shit. And it's almost like giving me like karmic energy, like maybe a karmic from the past. Now that you're moving on in your life, doing, what you need to do for yourself, building yourself back up, as my girl just said, rising from the ashes, right? Ashes, right? That I said, I was getting family dynamic for some of you. We have family room in the middle of the deck. It's gonna be different for everybody, so take it as it resonates. But somebody close to you, possibly within a family dynamic, like let's say an ex-husband or ex-boyfriend who you might share kids with. I'm getting different energies coming through. So yeah, just take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. All right, what else? What else? Interesting. Mm. All right, so we have privileged lady here in the reverse. It's kind of like almost like the Queen of Pentacles vibe. Or I would say it's actually closer to the Empress in this deck. Um, but on the bottom of the deck, and the thing is, it's like, I feel like, let's say if this is your energy, right? You might have, went through some hardships yourself, right? When you had to kind of let loose, especially because you're right next to this guy in the spread now that I'm looking at it. So it's definitely giving me karmic vibe. Like this person probably was a karmic. And like I said, now that you've been coming into your own, like with wealth and a lot of positive things coming towards you, it's almost like that person might want to try to come back. And that thing is, this person is a false person. So it's almost like if you were to be willing to let them back into your life in some kind of way, they're only going to take from you and they will put you right back in this place of lack, is what I'm kind of getting. And hence why you change directions in your life when it comes to this energy. Interesting. Tell us more. Let's get like maybe two or three more from this deck. And then we're going to tap into some tarot to get more insight. I haven't used these cards in ages. I don't even know the last time. I said before too, some of you might be switching occupations or have been jobless, because we have occupation here and it came out in the reverse. So either I'm getting changing occupations or have been jobless for a bit. Something is about to shift and change when it comes to that too. Yeah, but I will say this: be careful of false offers when it comes to work-related stuff, because you do have false person here. So just be careful with, people kind of selling you a hope and a dream when it comes to a job. Like if they're kind of telling you, oh yeah, this is the job description, and then you start working and it's like some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like everything that I just heard, not everything that glitters is gold. So even if like the price tag part seems like it seems okay on paper, but then you start working and you're like, oh wait, hold up, fuck this. um so just be careful with stuff like that. It could be a person within your work situation or career that might have false pretenses. We have poverty here. So like I said, some of you guys, it could be something when it comes to a place of lack when it comes to, I just heard job insecurity. So let me know if that resonates at all. And then we have wealthy man here. So it's kind of giving me like leveling up energy, right? Hey Lottie, what's up, girl? Got some of my favorite people up in here. Love y'all. Love y'all. Definitely check my girls out. Okay, so we have my I'm gonna have to get used to the new name, Allie, because I love it, but I'm gonna have to get used to it now. Phoenix Priestess. We have Lati here from Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, and we also have Aya from Inspired. Um, sorry, Aya Inspired Tarot. So all amazing readers, all great at what they do. These are my people who I go to. They're a part of my tribe. So I'm just saying, make sure y'all check them out. So yeah, just saying. If y'all ever need to watch other readings or get readings done from somebody other than myself, those are people that you want to check out. Just saying. All right, so let's get two more from here. Very interesting reading so far, though. Definitely like a leveling up energy, though. Like, definitely giving me like getting raises or leaving a job, you know, coming into, new opportunities when it comes to not just love, but finances too, which I love to see. The lovers, see, as I said, love, it comes out lovers. So partnerships, right? Because we did see courtship. Now, the lovers can also represent choices. Yeah, because look, as I say choices, look, what's here? Adjudication, judgment, right? Final judgments, like having to make I heard final offer and I also heard counter offer. So remember I was saying earlier I was picking up on maybe settlements or something in court. Let me know if that makes sense for anybody. For somebody that could be happening. For others, could just be saying that right now this is going to be a time for you to really use your own sense of judgment when it comes to we have secret courtship. So yeah, definitely for some of you, something that has to do with the court system and marriages and things like that, or settlements and things of that nature. But for others, it's more about like choices when it comes to maybe the right type of partnerships. Take it as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. And just making sure you use your right judgment here. And then we have house. So remember I was saying that there might be some type of inheritance or something when it comes to, finances or something. Some of y'all might be getting a house. Or there's just something when it comes to a household that's important because we did see family room earlier. Let's get one more from here. This is very interesting reading. Very interesting. And as the messages resonate, definitely hit that like button, my peoples. Love y'all. We have a message. So you might be getting some type of message soon coming through. Maybe in the form of mail. I just heard signed, sealed, delivered. Some of you might be fans of Stevie Wonder. I mean, almost like a who's not, right? We have thief on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. Like it's almost like if there was something that was taken away from you at some point, you're about to get it back tenfold. Yep, see, look, false person on the top of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we have thief, but it's in the reverse. So somebody might have did some really shisty shit. We saw false person more than once in this reading. So if somebody took anything from you, you're about to get something back, possibly. And the courthouse in the middle of the deck, you can't make this shit up. So there's something definitely happening when it comes to the judicial system for somebody. I know I said one more card before, but I'm going to get one more card again. One more. This is very, very interesting. Coffin, sealing the deal, final nail in the coffin type energy, like endings, right? Finality, and that's going to kind of seal your fate when it comes to receiving some type of sudden wealth, is what I'm getting. Yep. Look, official person on the top of the deck. So somebody official having to make a final judgment call, possibly when it comes to. This is very interesting. Look, adjudication here again. So some of y'all, if you've got something going on within the court system at all, it's actually looking up for you. Like it looks like it's going to be a good outcome. I know that my girl Allie recently got married, so excuse me. So like that, and then look what's on the bottom of the deck when I before I even shuffle. Ace of Cups. So, for some of you, this could be related to love. It's looking like a lot of different things. Like I said, it's like for some, it's like going to be like a leveling up energy, like when it comes to love and career. For others, it's about making some finalized decisions about something. Some people might be getting some type of settlements or something of that nature. But either way, like there's a lot of good things coming in. We got King of Swords in the middle of the deck when I split the deck. So that's about being very decisive as well. Some of you might have air in your chart. Let me know if that resonates. All right, so let's see. Let's do like maybe a quick little spread with the tarot, kind of like a past, present, future kind of thing. Maybe like 4 to 5 card spread type of thing. Just to kind of see what's going on. I was really trying hard to avoid doing this, guys. I'm trying to do better. But I'm going to take a little nippy nip while I read these cards. Try not to do that on camera so much. It's like, nigga, what are you doing? It's not classy at all. Like if I had like, some wine or something, it'd be really demure, but like look like a hard ass is drinking it straight from the little nip bottle, you know what I mean? Gotta have a little more class. All right, so I love you guys. I love the fact that you guys entertain my shenanigans. All right, a couple more shuffles from here. All right. All right, so 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck when I stopped shuffling. So there might have been a point in time where you guys were feeling like not satisfied in your life, which I definitely can resonate with, as my phone just went off when I said that. So some of y'all might have been feeling kind of like, a sense of discontentment, right? Things not really going where you would have liked things to go, whether it's relationships, work, so on and so forth. Those are the major themes that I've been picking up in the reading so far. So if that was the case for you guys, you probably felt like, what the fuck, bro? Like when is it gonna get better? Like I've been doing my work, okay? Come on, spirit, work with me here. You know what I mean? And it's like now things are finally starting to like look up, and it's gonna feel really good. Like for instance, haven't really told many people, but my boss kind of blew up my spot at a freaking meeting, a virtual meeting yesterday at my job, that I have a new I got a promotion, and she said it in front of everybody on the freaking meeting. I'm like, so now like people were like inboxing me on Facebook or texting me, congratulations, and in the hallway, congratulations, and I'm just like, I don't like attention on me. I don't. Which is funny because I have to do this because I love you guys. But you know how hard it is for me to get on here? It takes a lot of energy. Hey, Queen, what's up, girl? But yeah, I do not like attention on me at all. I can't stand it. So it's like, I just like kind of shrivel up into like a little ball. Like, no, I don't like it. But anywho, so some of you guys might have been feeling a sense of discontentment when it comes to work and stuff, and there might be something happening, right? And that shift, it looks like you're just waiting for like some finalized decisions or something, waiting for some ink to dry type of energy, but there's something coming through for you guys. So hi, Tommy. There's a lot of people coming through who I haven't seen their names in a while, but now that I'm on here, I'm like, yes, I love to see you guys popping through. All right, so let's see what's going on with you guys. Let's look at like the recent past energy. Let's start with that. Recent past. Like I said, I'm very grateful for you guys for being here. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe. I'm gonna start tapping in more often. I'm working on it. I'm about to set up a schedule to kind of push myself to be up on here, because like I just said, like I made it a little bit of an admission that like it takes a lot for me to go up here. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Like I've been doing this for a minute and I still get nervous when I get up here. So like heart palpitations and shit, and I have to like calm myself. I'm like, girl, how many times have you done this? Like it's not that deep, but I have my moments. All right, look, as I say, like building up courage and strength. Look what comes out. Look, the strength card. So you might have had to like find a sense of strength in the recent past to do something that was out of the ordinary for you, whether it's, you know, leaving something or starting something. Want to be starting something. And this is something that you had to like really um kind of think about, right? You had to think things through. We do have the four of swords here. So, you had to take a 2020 when I said that. So it's like, it's definitely giving me this energy of, having to kind of stop. I heard stop, look, and listen. Stop, look, and listen about the circumstances that surround whatever this is for you, right? Having to really reevaluate things and look at it from a new perspective and say, okay, you know what? There are things that I'm not happy about right now in my life. So what am I going to do about it? Kind of take a breather, sleep on it a little bit and say, okay, I took that moment to reevaluate things, and now I see things from a new perspective, and I have to have that sense of strength to make some decisions in order to be in a better place in my life. Nine of Cups, to feel more happy, right? To feel a little bit more happy in your life at this time. Look, so we had the Nine of Cups, and now we got the Nine of Pentacles. So remember, I keep saying how, like, for everybody's gonna be a little bit different, but like, there's definitely this energy of overall contentment when it comes to possibly love, and then overall contentment when it comes to career and finances too. They're kind of tied in. So, for some of you it's both. For some of you it's, one or the other. So let me know what's resonating with you guys as I read. But yeah, definitely just having that sense of courage and strength to move in a new direction in your life, to, go towards the things that make you happier and are going to provide you with a sense of stability, is what I'm kind of getting here. Tell us more. Hey, Tommy. And hey, Alex. Thank you for subscribing. This is a collective message. So I'm not doing personals at this time. I will be starting to do that in the upcoming weeks, probably again. But at this moment, I am not doing that. So you can decide to stick around if you would like. Otherwise, yeah, hopefully, you just hit that notification bell and pay attention for when I do happen to do like the free readings and stuff like that, or the discounted readings. And yes, my girl right here, I love that. Phoenix Priestess is here, and she is available for personals, and she's amazing at them. So if there's a way to contact her, definitely reach out, and you will not be disappointed. I will say that. That's somebody who I go to. That's my girl right there. So let's see what else is going on. Okay, so that's recent past. Let's see what's going on currently with you guys. What's the current energy for the collective? Current energy. Again, Four of Cups here officially on the spread. So it's definitely this energy of this discontentment, right? Like, if and some of you, this could be like almost pushing towards the recent past. Like, you've been like just feeling like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? Like, when are things gonna get better? Like, that's what I keep picking up on, like this energy of like things have to get better, right? And it's like they are. But the thing is too, when you look at this cup, like, this person in the picture, they're so focused on those three cups in front of them that they're not satisfied with. And then there's that cup right there that's coming down, right? That blessing that's about to come in that you don't even really notice and or see just yet. And the thing is, sometimes we have to, kind of appreciate our circumstances and how they are, despite how shitty they might feel at times. Appreciate that. And then the more appreciative you are of what you do currently have, that's when you kind of start seeing new things kind of come towards you. I am a firm believer of that. An attitude of gratitude, as my girl would say. See, we have Page of Wands, right? That's about optimism. There could also be some type of communication coming towards you, like good news coming towards you. Queen of Cups is here. Some of you might have water in your chart. But there might be something like kind of tugging on your heartstrings right now that might be making you feel the way that you feel too. Maybe like if you were connected to something, whatever that something might have been, a strong emotional attachment to it, but realizing that you're not satisfied in those circumstances. So, like, again, let's say if it's a job and you're really emotionally invested or attached to it, but you know that you have to kind of move on from it if they're kind of, BSing you, right? Something like that. It's like, okay, well, if I don't feel a sense of contentment here, like, what am I supposed to do? There could be some kind of, you know, inspiration, and or there could be a message coming towards you that is going to change a lot of things. So it's just about making sure that I'm kind of getting, don't let your emotions get the best of you when it comes to decision making even. Yeah, because look, we have the tower here, right? In the middle of the deck. So it's like a tower moment. This is kind of what you're experiencing currently or in the very, very recent past for some of you. Like this might have just happened. But I was asking about what the current energy is. Or this could be like, you know, right on the cusp, right? Like it either literally just happened or it's about to happen. And it's like a lot of endings that have to happen in order to bring in the new beginnings, is what I'm kind of getting. Interesting. Let's see. So, what is the incoming energy? Hmm. So we have two cards that came out. Now we did pick up on this energy earlier in the reading. Remember, I was talking about this energy of kind of like a place of lack for some of you. Five of Pentacles here. This is what's kind of coming in. But we also have the Page of Swords, which is about being very, very inquisitive and watching, right? Watching, waiting, being very diligent about paying close attention and analyzing things. So you might be researching jobs or something like that. Hey, what's up, Damon? What's up? Nice to see you here. Yeah, see? Choices. Two of Wands. So leaving things behind, right? Like, remember, we saw this energy of change. So there's energy of change when it comes to like the place of lack, right? So you're paying attention to things. You're maybe researching something. Some of you might be like doing some type of schooling or getting ready to do that. My the right side of my nose started to itch, which is more about like something that's about to come up. So I don't know if any of you guys just like signed up for courses or something like that, like continued education courses, or thinking about going to school in the fall or doing a summer semester for something that you're really interested in. I'm getting a couple of different fields or a few different fields. One of the fields I picked up on was like medical. Another thing I picked up on was like office assistant type of thing, like or office management. I also just picked up on project management. I guess I'm getting more than one thing, so bear with me. Let me know if any of this resonates with anybody. Um, I'm getting that kind of stuff, like office management and stuff like that. Something about the office and medical field too. So, sonography for somebody, possibly. Let me know if that resonates. If any of you guys ever thought about like getting into like going past say like a nursing degree or something like that and wanted to look into like doing ultrasound technician work. A lot of money in that, by the way. Yeah, those are just some things I picked up on. And then I'm also just picking up on like I heard office assistant. So, but I also heard virtual assistant. So I don't know if anybody maybe has a business or something that they're about to get up and running and they might need a virtual assistant or something like that. I'm picking up on a lot of different things. Let me know if any of that resonates. When I like steer off into space, I probably look really crazy on camera when I do that, but like I'm really like tapped in because if I keep trying to look at the comments, like I can't focus. So I'm kind of like back. Now I can like kind of look at the comments a little bit more. Thanks, Tommy, for tapping in. I'm so happy that you were here. Really appreciate you. Oh, what? See, I'm telling you. I had no idea about this, right, Allie? We haven't spoken in like probably a couple of weeks or something like that, because like things have just been so fucking crazy. And then you tell me you're about to take a notary test, and that could explain why court kept coming up too, because like that's like, remember I said I heard like ink drying and stuff like that. Like when you're a notary, you're literally like, sealing documents, and then in fact, look at this card, right? I mean, it's very old school, but because of how the artistry is. But when you're a notary, I think that's how you say it. You seal something, right? Like you have to seal things so that it's an official document. Come on now, Spirit ain't fucking playing. So it's like, wow, that's pretty crazy. All right, so what's going on behind the scenes that the collective doesn't know at this time or might need to know? What's going on? What's going on? Wow. That's crazy. I just got fucking chills and goosebumps as I said that. Because, like, it's funny. Like, I know I'm pretty good at what I do. But when I tap in, I tap in. And it's like, when y'all confirm shit for me, I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm not just, talking out of my ass. Like, I pick up on the energy. And when you guys confirm it, I'm like, damn. See, this is why I have to get back into doing my readings and stuff, because I talk to myself almost every day, like, girl, you need to stop fucking playing around so you can leave that fucking crazy ass job. I'm tired of it. Allie, we talked about it earlier. I'm fucking tired. Been there too damn long, and now it's getting so crazy over there. I'm just like, you know what? I can't do it anymore. And for those of you who don't know, like, I work at a liquor store. So I'm an assistant teacher, and I also work at a liquor store. So how's that for juxtaposition, right? So my right ear just started ringing when I said that. But the shit that I see at that fucking store, my God, stories for days, right? And I'm just like, all I went to do yesterday was get my booze and try to bounce. And then people are fighting in the parking lot, and then I'm having to help try to do like, like patrol the situation and all. I'm just like, yo, I'm not getting paid for this shit. Like, what the fuck's happening here? I was so upset. I didn't leave until after 8 o'clock yesterday. I was there for like 3 hours. The cops came. It was a fucking madhouse. It was a mess. Anywho, behind the scenes, you have 9 of Wands. This is giving me like this, again, going back to like that strength card that showed up earlier, right? It's that's like that wounded warrior energy. That's somebody who's been through a lot of shit, a lot of ups and downs, somebody who's kind of seen it all, right? And you're just kind of keeping your guard up in a way. But I'm also getting that there's a sense of protection spiritually too. Like the tip of my nose just started itching when I said that. Like, and ironically, I was looking at I might pull those cards just because I feel like there might be a message from there. This could be protection from your spirit guides slash ancestors, so on and so forth too. So you're like spiritually protected. Like when you're going through all the stuff that you deal with in your life, like in those moments, it don't feel like anybody's there, right? It's very isolating. It's very lonely. Lonely, I am so lonely. Like, that's how it feels, right? But they're just saying, like, look, we got your back. Like, it might feel like you're doing everything by yourself, but you're not. You have the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, right? You might be holding on to things that don't serve you anymore, and kind of almost trying to defend those situations, and it's like, or circumstances, and it's like, okay, like, don't keep on defending things that you don't need to defend, is what I'm getting. But I'm also getting that for some of you, this could also be an optimal time for you to start doing some collecting, when it not collecting is a weird word, saving when it comes to your money. So especially because we did see energy of changes, so if you are trying to move or something like that, this might be a really good time to start holding on to your coins, really saving up. Because look, as I say, your coins, look, can't make this shit up, 10 of Pentacles. So there's some new opportunity that's coming towards you, that might involve, you know, doing a little bit of penny pinching is what I heard, penny pinching, to be able to bring yourself up to that sense of 10 of Pentacles. So it's very interesting, right? But again, remember I said there might be something that you have to let go of, release, Hanged Man. So yeah, confirmation. You have to possibly release something first in order to welcome in that, right? Out with the old and in with the new. That's what I'm getting. All right, so let's see. Let's get a final piece of advice for the collective, and I'm gonna also for some bonus cards, I'm gonna pull from the tea leaf deck, if you could call it that. I'll just call them cards. It's technically a deck, but like it's in a satchel, so it's kind of like weird calling it a deck. The Empress. Remember I said earlier I was picking up an Empress vibes, guys. Look, that's y'all. They're like, listen, that's the energy you got to be in. You got to be about your growth and your expansion. That's what you're coming into. Divine femininity, right? Um, you know, for those of you who are feminine, if you're masculine, divine, you know, masculinity. It's time, look, closing out those old cycles so that you can welcome in the new is what I'm getting. We got what? Like there's two major arcana on the actual spread, but we saw other ones present themselves. Yeah. Like that place of black and all that shit, let it go. Right? We talked about the closure of that. The place of black ending. So this is confirmation of what we already kind of talked about earlier. I love when that happens. I'm leaving it all behind with this Three of Wands, right? You know, you can see in the picture, you know, there's the staff, right? So it's like this person's holding on to one staff, right, which is the choice that they're making, and then they're leaving things behind. So they had to make a choice to leave things behind, and then they still are kind of facing obstacles when it comes to, you know, choices, because the choices that we make can ultimately slow us down when it comes to, you know, those ships sailing in, aka those blessings coming through, right? So just being mindful of what you're leaving behind and what you're welcoming in is kind of what I'm getting. Just be mindful of that. Any last card or energy from this deck before we move on to another deck? If those of you who are here are resonating, hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. We'll greatly appreciate it. Yes, Queen of Swords. We guys saw the King of Swords as one of the first energies in this reading, and now we have the Queen of Swords. So I'm definitely getting this energy of being very decisive, you know, very concrete about your decision making. Yeah, and we have the King of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. So, you know, being confident in your decisions. Okay, it's here again. All right. Yeah. And this is a place of healing. This is a place of also remaining optimistic and enthusiastic about where you're headed. I'm also getting for somebody, if you've been feeling very depleted of energy and stuff, making sure that you do things that help kind of restore your energy and make you feel that you're healing, because obviously everybody's going through different things, but like for instance, if like work has been very stressful and things like that, like this new opportunity that's coming in is gonna definitely, you know, give you a peace of mind. But make sure that whatever decision you make, there's that sense of balance, like when it comes to what you're extending and pouring out versus what you're receiving, right? Very important at this time, I'm picking up on. And then we're going to start looking at the tea leaf cards, just kind of see what other energy might pop up. All right, let's see. Shake them around a little bit. I like that, Queen. I like that. She said collecting money works too. Yeah, exactly. All right, so pull a few from here. And maybe like some type of like inspirational cards or something. And then that'll be the end of the reading. All right. Let's see what we got. We have Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. It wasn't the whole premise of this reading thus far about change, right? Changes of your scenery, changes of your overall environment and your habits, changes of, you know, work, changes of so many different things. This is gonna look different for everybody. Look, this is crazy how it's all coming back full circle at the end of this reading. Great good fortune with this 4-leaf clover. First card that came out in the reading was this one. Great fortune from the Kipper deck. This is looking great for you guys. We have bow. You are highly thought of, or yeah, is it bow or bow? I guess it's bow because there's a bow in the picture, but because technically it could be either. Because I heard bow down to greatness. In this case, I think it's supposed to be bow. But yeah, it says you are highly thought of. So remember I said something about like leveling up or something in some type of way, like in terms of work or something. We also have dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Interesting. So somebody around you might have dark hair, might be a male. Remember, this is a collective reading, so that might not be your message, but it could be for somebody else who ends up watching later. Or somebody might wear like a man bun for someone. Or have like a goatee, but like with like the thicker strap on the side. Seeing like a couple of different things. Let's see. All right, what we got? So we have tree, affairs with your family. Now remember, I said for some people who end up resonating with this reading, I kept picking up on something having to do with family dynamics, especially in the court system or something like that. Whether it's like a husband, wife, the kids, a home dynamic situation, an actual home, like a physical house. Like there's a lot of stuff going on within a family dynamic for somebody. We have a bag here, something important such as a new job or a raise. Come on now. Spirit is not fucking playing, guys. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Casket. Now we had coffin that came out right earlier. Yep. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation here. And earlier we had saw a coffin. It was the last card of the Kipper. Come on now. What's this? Bird flying. News is on the way. Do we still have? Was it officially on the spread, or was it a card that just showed up? It might have just been a card that showed up. Remember when we saw the Page of Wands? There's some type of news coming towards you when it comes to whatever the situation is. For those of you who resonated with it being possibly like a family dynamic kind of situation, possibly about like money or something. Yeah, this is wild. Throat is going crazy. My apologies if that scratchy sound that I'm making right now bothers you. I try not to do that because I know it irritates some people, but my throat is itchy all of a sudden out of nowhere. Like it was doing weird stuff before I started the reading, and then I was fine. Then it did something again a little while ago, and now it's like itchy. Very weird. So a throat chakra kind of thing. I don't know if you guys have something to tell somebody or somebody has something to tell you, but interesting. You have wedge. Someone's trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So somebody trying to keep you from your money or your man, or your girl, whatever the case. Like, yeah, no thank you. Get the fuck out of here with your hating ass. We have ring. See, look, you can't make this up. So, ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So, somebody's trying to put a wedge between your circumstances, whether it's, as the card says, either romantically or when it comes to a business venture. So, just be mindful of the people, the energy you keep, the haters and things like that. Absolutely fucking not. We have funnel. Period of frustration, lessons to be learned. So you might have to learn a very valuable lesson about the people. And that, okay. I just happened to look up and there's 4 people in here and 5 likes. And then when I looked down, I saw that 9 of Wands card. So that could be what they're talking about keeping your guard up, right? Being mindful of the people around you, that energy around you. They're letting you know you're protected, but just make sure you're always cautious too, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. We have barrel here. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Now the thing is, now you see clearly that things are about to start getting better in that, in those different departments of your life. So it's almost like as those things are getting better, people around you want to put a wedge in it. Actually, some of these cards I don't think I've ever even seen. Like I've never seen wedge before. I don't think I've seen barrel, funnel. Some of these cards I've never seen. I pull from this deck from time to time, like for myself and stuff. But anywho, yeah. So just be mindful of the energy that you keep. Is what I'm kind of getting. Like, just be wary, right? Be alert. If people seem like they're not really happy for you or they're not really clapping for you when it comes to like your accomplishments and things like that, fuck them. You know what I mean? Don't tell everybody your business until things are solidified, because you know people could try to mess up your that energy when you're working on the things that you're working on. Um, I'm kind of getting something like that. Again, let me know if any of this resonates for any of you. Right, so I am going to pull these. We have claw. I don't think I've ever seen this one either. Be careful. Do not take risks. So this is not a time to take too many risks. Be very, very calculating. Hence why we saw the King and Queen of Swords earlier. That's about really being solid about your decision making, right? And making sure that you do it with confidence, not just, you know, going out on a whim. Like, you have to really be solid about whatever it is that you're doing right now. September. So something might be happening in September for some of you. I don't know if you're planning something for September or something is going to happen when it comes to September. We even have January here. So I don't know if that means like this past January or January coming in, something might have happened for some of you guys. So maybe you made like a really bold and crazy decision this past January, or, you know, they're just letting you know when these months in particular kind of show up, don't do anything rash. Make sure you plan things out is what I'm kind of getting here. Beetle, good fortune. So we got more than one card about good fortune coming, right? Got what, about 3 cards about good fortune at this point. Look, carrot, opportunity or windfall. It's almost like do not make any rash decisions. Like I just heard get rich scheme. Like don't make any rash decisions when it comes to money. Because it could bite you in the ass later. So really calculate things. Make calculated decisions at this time, especially when it comes to finances. We have star, guaranteed success. So it's like there are definitely things that are about to start coming towards you. It's just a matter of making sure that you don't do anything in a non-calculated way. I get it. Because there's some things even myself that I'm like thinking about doing, and I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure I, you know, really think all this stuff through before I do any of it. So you might be going through some similar things. So whether you're thinking about moving in with a person, leaving a job, investing in something. Like investments are probably a terrible thing right now. Stocks are down, so it's like you might not want to do stuff like that if those are things that you've been thinking about. This is the last bunch of cards I'm going to take from this. And then I'm going to pull from maybe like one more deck, kind of like a, you know, oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I see the deck that I'm going to pull from. Wow, I haven't pulled from those in forever. Yeah, but Spirit's guiding me that way, so I'm going to pull from those. Pig, beware of greed. Now, weren't we just talking about like get rich fast schemes and stuff like that? Be careful, right? Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Interesting. So if you're not trying to get knocked up, be careful, or get somebody knocked up, be careful. um, but it could also just be like, there's new opportunities coming towards you when it comes to something, when it comes to business. So again, be careful of people who might have like not the best intentions, who might come to you like saying, "Oh yeah, do this, do that, invest in this, invest in that." Like make sure that it's very solid offers before you decide to look into it. Um, we have chair filled. Someone new entering your life. So maybe somebody new who's coming through. Just be wary of what their intentions might truly be. You also have happiness here. Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspects of your life. Love. Ooh, so we got money, we got love. There's a lot coming in here, guys. I love this for y'all. And Rooster. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So, again, being very wary of the people in your energy. And no, I'm not scratching my butt, I'm scratching my lower back. Y'all probably like, ew, get out of your butt. No, I'm not in my butt. I have to say that all day to my students. Get out of your pants. Hands out. But no, seriously. So I'm getting a couple of energies though. For some of you, it's going to be being wary of somebody. Like if you're working like on a career venture or something like that, new opportunities. Be careful of what their true intentions are. For others of you, this person actually is going to be bringing in some pretty positive energy. So it's kind of just an energy of making sure that you're mindful of. My phone went off at the same time as I started to say that. Just be wary of a person's position and or approach in your life at this time, because it really does come down slash boil down to intentions. So the more you set your own intentions about what it is that you're solid about, the more likely it is that you're going to attract those solid people. And just make sure you keep your antennas up about people and what it is that they truly want. I am so guided towards these cards, and it's weird because it doesn't even feel like it necessarily flows with the reading. I like for my readings to flow, and I don't necessarily feel like there's a flow here, but I'm gonna pull from them anyway. Whew. These 40-year-old hips are hurting. Earlier down the hall, my student, when we were leaving, or he was leaving, he was walking so fast, and I could walk fast, but he was walking really fast. I was like, Sebastian, slow down. It's like, I'm an old lady. He started cackling. I'm like, it's not that funny, Saba. It's not that funny. But yeah, like I have to like do like a whole pep talk with myself when I get up too quick and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is this? But yeah, I hope that this resonated. I was about to say two different sentences at once. I was going to say, I hope this reading has been resonating, and I also was going to say, I hope this is resonating with you guys. But anywho, I hope that this has been resonating. I love when you guys are here tapped in and letting me know what's going on. Let me know if the messages are hitting close to home. Like that's my whole goal. Anytime that happens, even if it's just one person who's on the reading, like that lets me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So shit, what time is it anyway? 7 o'clock. Maybe I'll go on one more time. We'll see. I'm not ready to do the free readings just yet, guys. I do apologize for me not physically having the strength right now to do that, but I will get back to those. It just takes a lot for me to do that. So ironically enough, we talked about like sense of defensiveness with that 9 of Wands here. What's on the bottom here? She's literally like holding a staff in her hand too. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So basically, you don't always have to feel like you're, constantly at battle with other people and on the defense all the time. Like, let your guard down just a tad bit. Know that you are protected at this time, so it's not even necessary for you to constantly feel like you have to be so on edge and on guard all the time. Um, Easier said than done when you've been through a lot of shit and you're just like, yo, I'm just tired, bro. Like, I don't feel like doing people. I get it, trust me. Surrender to play. Yes, I love that. Take a break from overwhelming. Sorry, I said overwhelming, but it says overthinking. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Remember, I talked about a sense of restfulness and rejuvenation. I saw that Four of Swords. There you go. Kind of going back to that. Let's get like two more from here. If I do happen to go on, can you guys type into the chat some ideas of maybe something you would like me to look into for a collective reading, collective, super collective, and I might tap back in after I use the bathroom and stuff. I could look into a lot of different things, by the way. I could look into childhood stuff. I can look into self-love and self-care. I can look into messages from the ancestors. I could look into ways to work on your spiritual gifts and things like that. I can look into just a general reading. I can look into love. I can look into career and finance, um, shadow work. Um, yeah, I could look into a lot of stuff. Light worker stuff. Let me know if there's anything of interest that you guys are interested in. Um, So, yes, we have surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more sorry, yeah, I'm about to say efficiently, but it says effectively. Or no, I thought I was saying it wrong, but I was saying it right. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So that kind of goes back to what I was saying, right? Just taking a breather, right? You don't have to always like, assess everything right then and there. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back and just kind of whew, breathe it out and be like, okay, now I can approach this situation and like do it in a way that's going to actually be meaningful. Because if you enter into a situation or circumstance where your head is just like all screwed up, like that's never any fun. It's not. uh, One more from here. Thank you. Surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles cannot happen. So, if you're ever worried about, things really taking a positive turn in your life, like really just like allow yourself that opportunity to say, you know what, anything, literally anything can happen, right? And I also have a little bit of a say when it comes to what comes towards me because of what it is that I attract. You know, like attracts like. So if you have really positive thoughts, more positive things are going to start to happen. If you're kind of in a lack mindset, which I can say that I have those moments myself often. Yep, there we go. Fitbit going off like several times just now. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Um, if any of you guys are kind of struggling with that, yeah, mindset, big thing, right? What we got on the bottom, we have surrender resentment. Holding onto resentment only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So, yep, letting go of resentment. And underneath that, I'm not going to read the whole card, but surrender to spirit, which is basically kind of saying, like, allowing for, your spirit guides, God, your ancestors, and so on and so forth to kind of, be here for you. Because sometimes, we try to do everything by ourselves and we can't. We can only do so much, right? Surrender to your soul's path is on the top of the deck. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. I like that. This card's standing out to me a lot. I don't know if any of you guys have like near you, like where you live, if you have like hiking trails and stuff like that with like a little waterfall or creeks and rivers, but this might be a time to kind of maybe do some manifestation exercises or something in the near those bodies of water, meditations, working out, yoga, hiking in general. Like I'm getting something like that. Some of you might really be feeling drawn to going to like a place like that. Middle of the deck, surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. I did pick up on emotions possibly, dictating some people's, behaviors and stuff like that way early in the reading. And I was saying, just be mindful of, you know, how you allow your emotions to kind of contribute to what it is that you're doing. So, with all that said, that's the end of the reading. I hope that you guys resonated, and if you tapped in a little bit later and want to check out the reading from the beginning, when I sign off of here, I am going to put it up right away, so you can watch it if you'd like. Um, those of you who are new, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, the subscribe button, all that good stuff, the notification bell, so that we can be in touch and you can pop in on these readings when you can. And for those of you who've been supporting your girl all this time, I greatly appreciate you guys for the continued support, and I love you guys oh so very much. I might go on, I might not, because nobody responded when I asked if there's anything you guys will want me to look into in particular. So it's kind of like, I'll be kind of like grasping at straws when it comes to something that you guys might actually want me to look into, and then nobody's gonna show up. So it's like, um, like I'm not like guilt tripping or anything like that. It's just I want to make sure, like, I'm mindful of what the audience wants to kind of hear about and stuff like that. So obviously I could read into a lot of different things, but you know I guess I'll give you guys like your last moment to let me know, like in here, like just type in anything like love, career and finance, messages from the ancestors, stuff about childhood, shadow work, learning how to use your spiritual gifts more, a general message. Love, did I say love already? I probably said love already. Yeah, I did. That was like the first thing I said. Yeah, stuff like that. Like I could look into any of those things. So if any of you guys have like a suggestion or something, let me know real quick before I sign out. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably just eat and start resting. I am pretty tired and I'm pretty hungry. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, I love you guys and I greatly appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah, so yeah, until next time, you guys take great care of yourselves. And I might pop in again maybe Saturday evening. We'll see about that though. No promises. So until next time, love you guys. Bye.